Hi all, this is Sujit Kakar. So let's start with this video. Before we continue ahead, let me tell you what this video is all about. The biggest challenge which I'm sure a lot of you face is how to get a very good charting software on which you can do your analysis and you can plan your trades using different tools. And I was also searching for some website or some service where you can go, you have amazing charts, you have a lot of history available to you, and you can also implement a lot of tools which help you with your analysis, right? So I've identified one such website, and the link to the website is provided in the description. So make sure you scroll down and use that link to access this website. So what I'll be doing is I'll be showing you how you can use charts on this website and the tools which I've created for you, especially if you're a trader who trades based on demand and supply. Plus I will also be discussing about some tools which can be tweaked, which will help you with your analysis. So once you go to this website, which is tradingview.com, what you do is you create your own account, and after creating your account, you will be logging into it, and then you'll be clicking on the charts. So once you click on the chart, you get an amazing chart. That is what you will see. They have a really nice interface, very easy to use, very easy to understand. So that's the user interface which we have. And can you see some of my indicators are already applied. So what I'm doing is I'm removing these indicators and we'll start fresh, right? Now doesn't matter what time frame you're on. In fact, let me do this. Let me remove some of these tools which I have set as favorite for me, and then we'll be doing it again so that you can understand how all these things can be done. So I have removed my favorite tools. I'm also removing one from here. Just give me a second. And I'll also remove some time frames which I've set as my favorite, right? So that we can start from blank. So this is how your charts will be when you start initially. Right, so as a demand and supply trader, the first thing you need is a tool which can help you mark your demand areas and supply areas. So what you can do is you can select this tool, and in this tool you have this tool which says price range, right? So what you can do is you can add it to your favorite, and can you see, as soon as I add it to my favorite, I have it on top of the chart. So now what will happen is every time I won't have to go here and select that tool. I can straight away select it from here. So after selecting that tool, wherever your demand and supply areas are, all you need to do is just click from wherever the starting is to wherever the end is, and you'll have your supply area. Similarly, if you want to mark your demand, you will click wherever the starting point is and wherever you feel the zone is ending, and you'll have your demand zone, and they extend to the right. The good thing is they also get replicated to different time frames. So if I move to the weekly chart, you can see the same zone has been replicated to the weekly chart. Even if I go to a smaller time frame, let's say 60 minutes, which is 1 hour, you will again see that this has been replicated to my 60 minutes time frame, right? So now because you'll be using some time frames which are your favorite, you can also add those time frames in your favorite list. So as of now, you can see you only have the one which is the time frame your current chart is on. So to add different time frames to your favorite, all you need to do is just click here and now start adding to your favorite. Like I've added now monthly, weekly, daily, let's say hourly chart, and then I want to add a 15 minutes chart, and then I want to add a 5 minutes chart, right? So can you see now I have a complete toolbar with my favorite time frames. So next time if I want to change my time frame, I don't have to drop down and select that time frame. I can simply do it from here: a 5 minutes chart, a daily chart, a weekly chart, and again I'm back to hourly chart, right? So that is how you can set your time frames as favorite. So the one tool which we have done is this tool which is called as price range, which will help you mark your demand areas and supply areas. The second tool which we can use is to identify the curve, right? So to mark that curve, we will be using our Fibonacci retracement tool, and this is where you have that Fibonacci retracement. So I'll again mark it as my favorite so that every time I don't have to go in the menu and select it. Now can you see it's on the top? Now I've already done these settings for it, but I'll show you what those settings are. So now whenever I want to mark my curve, all I'll be doing is I'll be selecting this tool, starting from here and dragging and drop. But the thing is, because I started from above and pushing it down, the colors are coming inverted, right? So what you do is delete it and always start from the bottom, right? So always start from your demand and push it to your supply, and you can also see that you have really nice beautiful colors. If you want to customize those colors, you can do that. But now you know your different locations on the curve. Now how did I customize it? All you need to do is very first time when you will draw it, you will see it will show you a lot of lines, right? What I can do is I can show you by maybe resetting it. So apply defaults. So can you see I've just changed it to default, and now I have so many different zones here. So let me delete it and show you. So this is what will happen by default. By default, if you start, oops, my bad. Right, so let's say this is where the zone was. So by default, if I start drawing it, Now you can see we have a lot of zones, a lot of Fibonacci levels which it is marking for me. So all I need to do is right click on this, go to my format, and I'll only say 0. I want 33%, which is 0.33. I want 66% division, which is 0.66, and I want at 100%, which will be 1, right? So I'll just keep these numbers. I'll uncheck rest of them, right? And if you want to make some modifications to the colors, you can do that, but I'm just keeping it as default, right? And once I'm done with this, if I'll click on OK, you can see now we have only those 3 levels divided into 3 parts, right? So this is a tool which can be used to mark your curve. Now we have a tool to mark the curve, we have a tool to mark the zones, right? Now the next thing is, if I want to plan a trade and if I want to calculate my reward to risk ratios and my position size, how that can be done. So what I'm doing is I'm removing all these tools just to make the chart a little bit clean and again start. If you want to remove all the tools together, you can press on this delete button and all the tools will be removed. So let's assume that this is the supply area where I would like to take my trade. So what you can also do is, here you have long position and short position tool. You can also put them in your favorite. So this is your long position tool, this is your short position tool. So let's assume that's the supply area where I want to go short. So I'll select this short position tool. I'll select it from my entry. Let's suppose this is where my entry is, and now I'll have these 2 colors. I can fix the stop loss. So let's assume that is where my stop loss will be, and let's assume that is where I'm planning my target would be. So what it is doing is it is showing you that your stop loss is around 36.90 points, your target is 95.97 point, which makes it as a risk to reward ratio of 2.6. Can you also see it is calculating my quantity? So how that can be done? All you need to do is again click on format, give your account size. So let's assume my account size is 1 lakh, right? And I want to risk only 1% per trade, which means I want to risk 1,000 rupees. So you will see the number will change, and now it is telling me that you can do 27 shares if you want to risk that 1,000 rupees, which is 1% of my 1 lakh rupee capital. Right, so now that you have some of these tools which are inbuilt, which will help you mark your demand areas, help you mark your supply areas, help you draw your curve, help you mark your zones with the risk reward ratio and the quantity. Now some of the tools which were not available on this platform were your boring candle tool. So what I've done is I have actually designed the tool for this platform, which is TradingView. So to add that boring candle indicator which I have designed for you, what you'll be doing is you'll be right clicking on the chart. You will be selecting insert indicator and then just simply search for boring candle. And can you see, as soon as you search for boring candle, you see boring candle. By mistake it got added twice. Now the fact is I can't remove it, so you can use any one of them. Both of them are working fine. So just select this one. And can you see, as soon as I selected this boring candle, and now I have boring candles on my chart. So all the boring candles have been marked as blue. So that is how you add your boring candle indicator. I've also created another indicator which, if you like, you can try to experiment and see what works good for you. Whenever we are identifying our demand areas and supply areas, we are looking for explosive moves, right? We want very strong moves, which is where we believe our demand zones and supply zones will be. So what you can again do is right click and go to insert indicator and search for explosive, EXPLOSIVE. And can you see now again you have an indicator which says explosive move. So you can select this one, and now you will see that all those explosive candles which are showing a lot of strength have been converted into a black color candle. It's just a tool which I've created. You can backtest and see what is working well for you. And yes, this is what you can use. And the good thing is, it is for free, right? The only challenge is when it comes to the Indian markets, the data is delayed by 15 minutes. That is where what you can see on the top. And anyhow, we plan our trades when the markets are already done, right? So for us, that 15 minutes delay doesn't make any difference. But yes, if you want real-time feed, you can subscribe for it. The subscription is not very, very expensive, right? It's cheap enough. Plus, once you subscribe, you also get other options where you can also have multiple charts. Instead of just having one chart on the screen, you can have a setup of 2, you can have a setup of 3, right? So they have different options available to you. Right, so this was the small little demo of something which is a mix of tools which are by default available to you from this website, and some tools which I created for you people, and all these tools are available for free. So if you like this video, do subscribe, like the video, share it, and if you have any questions, queries, any comments, feel free to put it in the comment box. And if you want me to create any specific videos for you, do put it in the comment box. I'll see, the kind of request I'm getting. Whenever I have time, I'll try to put in some videos online for you people, right? So that it's helpful to you. So I hope you enjoyed this, and until the next video, take care. Bye bye.